Coming up next, the Sport Report. We cover all of the news and the results from the night before in the sports world. Become an expert on sports in under 15 minutes. Today, Chandler with Sports covers the MLB games from yesterday.
Hey TJ, what's going on? I'm Chandler.
Hey TJ, what's going on? I'm Chandler and this is Tiger Beat Sports.
And I'm Chandler, and this is Tiger Beat Sports.
Welcome to a special edition of this all-crazy sports newscast.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler with Sports and this is the Sport Report.
Chandler with Sports is how he wants to go. With is his middle name, Sports his last name.
I want to get you out the door with every result from every league in under 15 minutes so that you're more informed about what's going on in the world of sports. With that in mind, here we go. Hit it, Blaze.
This is the Sport Report.
Wednesday, August 21st, 2019. Hey everybody, I'm Chandler with Sports and this is the Sport Report. Before we jump into the results from yesterday, let's catch up on the top story of the night. This is top of the order.
Little roller up along first, behind the bag, it gets through Buckner, here comes Knight and the Mets win it!
In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened.
It's showtime, it's party time!
This is top of the order.
Our top story comes from Target Field in Minnesota, where a squirrel ran onto the field in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Yes, I'm serious, this is top of the order. It was 3-3 after 4.5 innings, and a squirrel ran onto the field at Target Field. Well, the Twins scored 4 runs in the bottom of that inning after the squirrel went into the White Sox dugout. White Sox added 1 in the top half of the 6th, and then the Twins plated 7 in the bottom half of the 8th to win the game 14-4. Now, for those of you who believe in superstitions, maybe the squirrel was a bad luck charm for the Chicago White Sox. It's been a bad luck charm for teams in the past in Major League Baseball. Michael Pineda's 9-5 on the season with the win for the Twins. Reynaldo Lopez falls to 7-11 for the White Sox. In addition to the Twins and White Sox, there was some other baseball around the country. Let's get to it.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone!
And Carlton Fisk had a lot of little boy in him right there.
Little roller up along first, behind the bag, it gets through Buckner, here comes Knight and the Mets win it!
Touch 'em all, Joe! Home run! Mike Piazza!
Jeter backhands from the outfield grass. Got it! Man, what a play!
Now from Major League Baseball.
The MLB lineup from yesterday includes 16 games.
And we'll pick up with a doubleheader between the LA Angels and the Texas Rangers at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. In the first game of the doubleheader, the Angels defeat the Rangers 5-1. Andrew Heaney's 3-3 on the season for the Angels. Mike Trout also hit his 42nd homer of the season. Mind you, there are still 5.5 weeks left in the season. It's his career-high 42nd homer of the year as well. He's tied with Cody Bellinger for most home runs in the league. In the second game of the doubleheader, it was Texas Rangers 3, LA Angels 2. This one took 11 innings. Daniel DeShields came home on a walk-off hit from Nick Solak, who reached on a fielding error by Albert Pujols, who couldn't reach the ball in time as it flew past him and into right field. Baltimore Orioles 4, Kansas City Royals 1. Hunter Harvey is 1-0 on the season for the Baltimore Orioles. Michael Givens gets his 10th save of the season. He's into double figures on the saves for the Orioles. Hanser Alberto hit a 3-run home run in the bottom half of the 8th to give the Orioles the victory in the end. Cincinnati Reds 3, San Diego Padres 2. Freddie Galvis hit a 2-run home run in the bottom half of the 6th inning against his former team. Sonny Gray improves to 9-6 on the season with a 2.92 ERA for the Reds. Wes Quantrill falls to 6-4 with a 3.32 ERA for the Padres. Raisel Iglesias gets his 25th save of the season for Cincinnati. Seattle Mariners 7, Tampa Bay Rays 4. Tommy Malone is 3-7 on the season for the Mariners, and Jalen Beeks falls to 5-3 for the Rays. New York Mets 9, Cleveland Indians 2. Steven Matz is 8-7 on the season for the Mets. Shane Bieber, no relation to Justin Bieber. We did a little background check. We're 100% sure he's not related to Justin Bieber. Is 12-6 with a 3.26 ERA for the Indians. Michael Conforto hit his 27th homer of the season right after Joe Panik got on base after an error in left field by the Indians. The Mets scored 7 of their 9 runs between the 6th and 8th innings in this game. St. Louis Cardinals 9, Milwaukee Brewers 4. Dexter Fowler hit a go-ahead 3-run double in the bottom half of the 6th inning, his 19th double of the season. It gave the Cardinals the 5-2 lead at the time. Houston Astros 6, Detroit Tigers 3. Brad Peacock is 7-6 with a 4.05 ERA for the Astros. Roberto Osuna gets his 29th save of the season for Houston. Oakland Athletics 6, New York Yankees 2. Homer Bailey's 11-8 on the season for the A's. Domingo Germán falls to 16-3 for the Yankees. The Yankees are under 500 at the Oakland Coliseum since 2013. It's the only AL ballpark where they are under 500 since 2013. The Yankees now have the third longest streak in Major League Baseball history where they have not been shut out, 209 games, passing the 2000-2001 Cincinnati Reds for most games without being shut out. They are now at 209. Yankees manager Aaron Boone was on that Reds team. LA Dodgers 16, Toronto Blue Jays 3. Clayton Kershaw is 13-2 with a 2.71 ERA for the Dodgers. Sean Reed-Foley falls to 2-4 with a 4.26 ERA for Toronto. With the 5 homers that the Dodgers hit in last night's game, they have now set a Major League Baseball record for most home runs in an 8-game stretch. They now have 30 home runs over their last 8 games, breaking a record set by the 1977 Boston Red Sox, who had 29 in 8 games. Chicago Cubs 5, San Francisco Giants 3. Cole Hamels is 7-4 with a 3.73 ERA for the Cubbies. Craig Kimbrell gets his 10th save, and Anthony Rizzo had 2 homers in this game. Pittsburgh Pirates 4, Washington Nationals 1. Sterling Marte hit his 22nd homer of the season in the bottom half of the 8th, when Pittsburgh plated all 4 of their runs in the bottom half of the inning. Arizona Diamondbacks 8, Colorado Rockies 7. Kyle Freeland falls to 3-11 on the season for the Rockies. The Diamondbacks scored 5 runs in the 6th inning alone. The Rockies offense made an attempt to come back, but it wouldn't be enough as they fall by 1. And in the final game of the night, Philadelphia Phillies 3, Boston Red Sox 2. Aaron Nola is 12-3 with a 3.51 ERA for the Phillies. Brian Johnson falls to 1-2 for the Red Sox. All of the runs in this game were scored before the end of the 3rd inning. Phillies scored 3 in the top half of the 1st. The Red Sox got their 2 in the bottom half of the 3rd. A couple other news and notes from the sports world. The MLS will be adding another team, their 28th team, beginning play in 2022. That franchise will belong to the city of St. Louis. It'll also be the first female majority-owned team in the sports world in North America. One final note from the sports world, and it's some sad news. American journalist Russ Conway has passed away at the age of 70. He began his career as a journalist for the Eagle Tribune, later working his way to become their lead sports editor. He covered a lot of things over his career, mainly the Boston Bruins as they were coming up in the NHL with Bobby Orr and Phil Esposito. He was also nominated for a Pulitzer Prize in 1992 when he exposed the corruption within the NHL Players Association, specifically Alan Eagleson, who was mismanaging funds for retired hockey players. Russ Conway, sadly gone at the age of 70. That's the Sport Report for Wednesday, August 21st, 2019.
For now, I'm Chandler.
Thanks for tuning into the Sport Report today. We'll be back tomorrow with the latest in sports. In the words of Jack Buck, who is one of the best broadcasters of his generation,
And we'll see you tomorrow night.
so let it be written, so let it be done. See you next time on The Sport Report.
Do you want to contact Chandler with sports, have thoughts on sports, or questions about advertising on the Sport Report? Find us on Twitter or Instagram at SportReportCWS for either social media site.
This podcast is copyrighted by the Sport Report for viewers to understand sports from a news reporting basis. Any other use of this podcast, Sport Report logos, or anything associated with this podcast without the express written consent of Chandler with Sports is strictly prohibited.